Hey folks, it's Professor Blowers, and I'm back to go on a walkabout with you through Excel. So let's just dive right on into it. Here's our Excel file, so go ahead, enable editing. Here's our set of instructions, right? And for 3 points, let's go ahead and change the theme to Slice. So, alright, up at the top, let's go to our page layout tab. We'll go ahead and have a look in the themes group. Click the themes button and have a look down here, and there it is, it's Slice. Alright, looks great. Now what we want to do, the instructions say to rename sheet 1 bulbs and 2 trees, so right click down at the bottom and say rename and type in capital B bulbs, enter. Click right above sheet 2 and click on rename, and we're going to call it Shift T for trees. From there, the directions are asking us to put bulbs as the active sheet, and just a note if you've got a different set of themes. So let's make bulbs active. And just how absolute cell reference was the main point of the lesson for the last one, for chapter 1, here, have a look here in Excel. Notice the B column. You've got item number and category in the same kind of in the same cell. If you look at it, you got 1239 and daffodils. So let's do something about it. So at the top, select C, hold Shift, and click on D. And in the column heading area here, using this cursor, right click and select Insert. Then what you'll do is here in C14, Charlie 14, type item number, tab, and then in D14, Delta 14, type category. Down in Charlie 15, we'll type in 1239, and that derives from Bravo 15, this number here, and as such, in Delta 15, we'll put in daffodils, capital D-A-F-F-O-D-I-L-S. Excellent. So, we've got all of that. Let's have a look at the directions, and we're kind of in between steps 3 and 4. Alright, so work with me here and have a look at this. So, go ahead, and I'm in C15 right now. Click on the Home tab up at the top. Over in the Editing group on the far right side, there's a button called Fill. Go ahead and click the Fill button. At the very bottom is Flash Fill, and watch what it does. It automatically copies over all of the item numbers from the B column over here to the C column all the way down, right? So let's see if it'll do the same thing. Let's click over here. We're in Delta 15, and we are at the Home tab, Editing group. There's the Fill button. Let's click on Flash Fill, and it tells us whether or not it's a daffodil, a dahlia, or a gladiolus, or a begonia. I can say that one for sure. I don't know my flowers very well, so I actually, every time I get to do this assignment is an opportunity to look up all these different types of flowers. So now that we have flash filled both column C and D, we don't need B anymore. It's a mess anyways. So up in the column heading area, right next to the B, right click and click on Delete. And then let's see, we need to auto fit, which we learned last lesson, columns A through F, Alpha through Falcon, back to Excel. Column heading area, click on A. Let's make sure that we can see everything that we need to. So we've select A in the column heading area, hold Shift, click on F, and in between any of the column borders, using this cursor, here, or here, or here, double click, and now everything fits nice and neat here on the bulbs sheet. Isn't that cool? Alright, so next order of business. Oh, and something else I like to do is make sure to highlight the items that I've completed so I can track my progress, just in case I need to come back to this. So I will now highlight steps 1, 2, 3 as I Control S to save my work. And we did just complete all of the steps on 4, though we did only just earn 1 point. We got a chance to earn 6 points for step number 5, and we'll get a chance to go through the reps again and get a lot of practice in auto fitting, flash filling, and going through the motions on these projects and cell splitting, of course. So let's see here. We'll display the trees worksheet. Repeat steps 3 and 4. So let's go ahead back to Excel. Click on trees. And here we've got an item number and a category. We've got nut trees, shade trees, evergreens, flowering trees, and the works. So let me lead you through it. All right. So let's see. We're on step number 5 for 6 points before we do the calculations. And let's zoom in so we can see everything. Cool. So up in the column heading area, click on C up right around here. Hold Shift and click on D, or anywhere in this area up at the top. Right click again so you get this cursor, the down arrow that's solid filled black. Right click and we will click Insert. And now we've got 2 empty columns in C and D. So now what we're going to do down here, we'll put it in Charlie 14. We'll type in item number, and that's Shift 3 for the hashtag. Press Tab, we'll type in category. Then what we'll do is we'll give Excel a hint. We're going to say, hey, Excel, the first one is 1783. I think that was the year the Revolutionary War ended. American Revolutionary War. There's been many around the world. Category, we'll type in nut, space, capital T for trees. Splendid. And then we'll go to our home tab where we already are. We're in cell Charlie 15 on our first item number, editing group, click the fill button, click flash fill, and just give a glance down to make sure all of the numbers match. And they do. That's great. So repeat the next step, click on Delta 15, it says nut trees, same thing, going through the motions, home tab, editing group, fill button, click it, click on flash fill. Excellent. It all checks out. Fruit trees, nut trees, evergreens, and the works. You can now go to the B column heading area, right click, and you're welcome to delete it. We don't need it. Not anymore. Then from A, we'll actually minimize to make sure we see everything. From Alpha, Shift click through Falcon, and between any of these column heading area borders, double click so that everything fits neatly. Bulbs, trees. Let's have a look at the instructions. We did 3, we did 4. If I missed a step, you're welcome to fill that in for me. I will check at the tail end of this to see how we did and show you how to get some points back. So now let's do some calculations in each of the 2 worksheets without grouping the sheets. All right. So in Bravo 4, we're going to sum quantity in stock data. Let's have a look really quick before we dive on into it, hey? Went back and caught a step, so I want to make sure that you catch this. We're going to cut column C, paste it to G, and then delete it. So that's our category. So up here at the top, select the C column. You can press Control X. You could also right click and cut with the scissors here. It says paste it over here to G, so I'm just going to click over here next to the G and Control V to paste it there. And then we'll go ahead in the C column, we'll delete it. It's just a matter of organizing it. And be sure to do the same on the other sheet as well. So let's go to bulbs. Let's select column C, Control X, click on the G, Control V, again on the C. This time I'll press delete. Actually, I'll right click this time around because you'll be able to see it here. And we can delete column C, and then we're ready to move on to step number 6. So in cell B4, and let's start on trees, cell Bravo 4, we're going to calculate the total items in stock. All right, exciting. So, and bear in mind there's a handful of ways that one can do this. But on the trees tab or sheet, click B4, and then up, let's do it this way. Up in the home tab, editing group, let's click on Autosum. Actually, no, I'll take you to the functions button right here. Click FX, insert function. And if you don't already see sum, you can type it in right up here. Type in SUM and click go. And then you can click right here twice to enter in the sum, which is great. So let's move this out of the way. This box right here. What you want to do in the argument is you can select alpha 15, click and drag all the way down through alpha 42. Let go. And then you'll notice you could also type in the range manually, but what you're trying to do, and press OK, is figure out how many items we have in stock, and that'd be 3,503 total trees in stock. That's a lot. Like a ton. And here's where we get to learn a lot at once, because we'll make changes to both worksheets and calculate min, median, sum. Let's just jump into it, all right? So what we just did on trees, let's go ahead and do that to bulbs. So click over onto the bulbs tab, scroll up, select Bravo 4, and what we'll do, sorry I went in B5, B4 right up here, we will type in, you know what, let's just go to the function box again, or the function button, double click on sum, and we know that let's just click and drag just like we did last time, but A15 through A42. Go ahead, press OK, and there's 2,800 here. Now that we're on the bulb sheet, let's go to the average price. So we're in B5, Bravo 5. Price is over here in the D column. All right, so we got retail price. All right, so our average price, we'll go ahead and type equals average. That's how I typically do it. I'll just type equals and then the formula or function in right there. And what we're going to average is delta 15. Click and drag down through delta 42 right there. Scroll back up. Press enter. And $8.99 is our average price. And as we look through it, I mean, just eyeballing it looks about right. So the average price of the bulbs are $8.99. I'll bet the trees are more expensive. So again, click in Bravo 5, type in equals average, type in average, double click that, click on the prices in the D column, click on Delta 15, click and drag through D42, press enter, and the average tree price as expected is $33.43. We are staying right here on the tree tab, making sure this is working and we're good. We'll figure out the median price. So again, Bravo 6 equals, type in median, and there it is right here. Double click that, and again, click and drag. It's a D colon 15. I'm sorry, D15 colon D42. And that selects our range right there, right? All the way down through D42. Close your bracket. If you want to have good habits in Excel, close your brackets. Median price is 35, just a little bit more. Let's see if that tracks across to bulbs. We'll type in, and you know you can do it in. Let's click the function button up here, and we'll type in median. Press enter. There it is right here. Double click it. And we are looking for D15 colon, so it's a range, D42. Press OK. 842. All right, so pretty close. Lowest and highest is going to be min and max, so we're here on bulbs. Bravo 7, type equals, type in min, double click on min. We'll go, again, we're in D15 through D Delta 42, close your bracket, press enter. 475 is the lowest. Let's have a look. I see 475 here in Delta 19. Looking through, I see 525, 499, and indeed Excel, in just one click there, was able to identify the lowest price. Let's see if it can do it for trees. I know it can. We're in B7, Bravo 7, type equals, min, M-I-N. We'll double click on that. We'll go to, we don't even need to select because we can just type it. We've got it memorized. D15 colon D42. Close your bracket. Press enter. Lowest price is 8. Let's check just to be sure. Don't see it yet. Don't see it. I see an 8. I see a 9. and I don't see anything lower than $8. Excellent. We're on the trees tab. We're going to calculate the highest price. Type equals. I'm having fun, are you? Max. We'll type in max. Double click that. D15, delta 15, colon, delta 42. Close your bracket because that's a great habit in Excel. Press enter. The highest price is 65. I see it right there. Scrolling down, I don't see a price any higher, though all of them are lower. Whoosh. All right, on to the bulbs tab on the bulbs sheet. Down to Bravo 8 equals max. That'll tell us the highest price. Equals MAX. Double click that. D15 colon D42. Close your bracket. Press enter. 1658. Must be a nice flower. Must be a nice bulb. Let's make sure. 1658. Right there. Highest price. Check. And let's have a look here. We've made those calculations. Excellent. I've highlighted the important things. So we've summed the quantity in stock data. We've got to apply the comma style with 0 decimal places. And then average, median, lowest, highest, retail, apply accounting format. Okay, for 14 points. So let's see here. Comma style for B4. Okay, that's doable. So go ahead and click here in Bravo 4 on both. So here on bulbs, home tab, number group, go ahead and select the comma right there. We'll do the same for trees, home tab, number group, select the comma. Oops, I'll do that in cell B4. Excellent. And then for the other ones, it says 0 decimal places, comma style 0 decimal places to the result. Oh, let's see here. That would be home tab, number group. Click this one right here, decrease decimal 1, 2. So it just says there's 3503 that are there. We'll do the same over here in bulbs, Bravo 4, home tab, number group. This button here will decrease the decimal. And last order of business for the full set of 14 points. Comma style, 0 decimal places, and apply counting number format to the remaining ones. So go ahead, does it want it for the total items in stock? Likely not, because the other ones are prices. In fact, it definitely doesn't, because that's a number. These all need a $sign. So go ahead and select Bravo 5, click and drag through Bravo 8, B8, home tab, number group, look for the $sign. That's our accounting number format. Click it. We'll do the same thing over in the trees tab. Bravo 5, click and drag through Bravo 8, B8, cell B8, and home tab, number group, look for the $sign, accounting number format. You can do it in dollars, euros, yen, you name it. I collect currency from all over the world, and whenever I do other projects, I'll show you all the different cool ways that we can insert different currencies in here. So, have we done it all? I do believe so. I'll give you the 14 points, even if, well, I should be careful. Make sure that you earn it. So it says in each of the 2 worksheets, and let's make sure that we did apply it to both. Great. We're going to make the following calculation without grouping them. Account if. And again, when we see blue, that tells us we're about to type some things. I want to take a note and say this is a longer project. As I scroll down, I notice that we've got 24, really 23 steps. And this is the most thorough one. So now I would say is a good time to go ahead and take a break, because we're going to sink our teeth even further into Excel, and I'm going to show you some of my favorite features this week. Can't wait. All of the future weeks are going to be much shorter, so stick with me, bear with me. Let me teach you how to count if. So, in Excel, we're on bulbs. We're going to count how many tulips there are. So this is great. Home tab, go ahead and click the FX button right here to insert a function. We'll type in count if and press go. Double click right here on count if. Our range, so we're going to have a look right here. Aha, let me move this out of the way. Our range is going to be F15, hold it down, through F Falcon 42. And our criteria is going to be tulips. It's saying, all right, in the range F15 through F42, how often does tulips show up? Go ahead, press OK. Up at the top, it says 5. Let's do our homework. Make sure that's true. Count them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. So there's our first count if. That's great. And so now we're going to figure out, it's only 4 points. I think it should be worth 400. So now let's go to the trees sheet, figure out how many evergreens are on the trees worksheet. All right. So how many, it says evergreens. So let's go to the trees worksheet, click on cell Bravo 10, click on the FX button. Count if should be there already, so we can double click it. Our range is going to be F15 again through, I'm going to guess, F42, and it is. And our criteria is going to be capital E, evergreen. If you make a spelling mistake here, it just won't work. It'll search for whatever you typed, all right? So go ahead and press OK. It says evergreen types. Oh, and notice it says evergreens with an S. So as you can see, of course it would return a 0. We can go up here into the formula bar. Let's see what happens when we type in the letter S, press enter, and we've got 4. So notice how in cell B10 it just says 4, right? Just as we see it right now. But if you click on it, there's more under the hood, if you will. There's more going on in Excel than you realize. And different cells rely upon other cells, and different calculations are made from other cells. So you have to really look behind the scenes to know what's actually going on, because otherwise you'd think, oh, cell B10 is just the number 4. No, it's not just the number 4. It's this count if calculation and function. All right. So bear that in mind as we get deeper into the world of Excel. I'm excited. This project gets better and better. So let's go from COUNTIF to IF. All right. So we're on the trees worksheet. We'll go ahead in cell G14. We will type in stock level, capital S. Press enter, and we'll go up to the top. We'll go to our now familiar insert function button. Click it. We'll type in if. Click go. We'll go ahead and double click if. And our logical test here, what we want to find out is our stock level. Should we order more, or is there enough in stock? Okay. And so right here, you're going to do A15 is less than 75. Right? And what it's saying is, right, if it's less than 75, we need to order it. We don't have enough. But if it's more than 75, we're okay. We have enough quantity in stock, all right? So A15 is less than 75. Value, if true, we're going to order some. If that's true, we need more. But if it's false, and I press tab to go down there, we'll type OK, capital O, capital K. Go ahead and select OK. And let's have a look here. And we're comparing G Golf 15 to A15. And it's at 49, and that's less than 75, so we need to order it. Well, that checks out. All right, so let's flash fill. So over in G15, in the bottom right corner, using this cross right here, or this plus button, click and drag from G15 down through G or Golf 42, and notice how it automatically is going to tell us our stock level. Do we have enough? If we don't, order. I'll select those and press Control, click, 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 click while I hold Control, and then I'll go over to the A column, because that's our quantity in stock, and click. Every one I click should be less than 75. I'm testing to see if this worked. Click, less than 75, yes, 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 yes. All right. So, and even down here too, I missed one. 54 is indeed less than 75, so our logical tests have checked out. Stock level is set. So we've done that with trees. I assume we need to do the same thing with bulbs. Let's have a look really quick though. Without grouping, complete the following on each stock level. All right, splendid. So let's go over to bulbs, have a look around. Over in G14, we'll type in stock level. And let's auto fit that column up in the column heading area. Double click. Over in trees, looks like it's already done, but let's double click. It moved a little bit and it looks a lot better. So back to bulbs, to be clear, we're in cell G15. Go ahead and click the function button. if should already be there. If not, type it in and press go. Double click on if, and the same number. All right, we're going to do if A15 is less than, that's greater than, pardon me, less than 75. If it's true, we're going to order. If it's false, that's okay. All right, go ahead and press OK. And comparing G15 to A15, due to the fact that 78 is indeed greater than 75, we're okay there. So click back on G Golf 15, and we're going to flash fill using this cursor, the plus sign, solid fill black. Go ahead and click and drag in the bottom right corner down to G42 before you release. And scroll back up. These ones we need to order. Select, control click, and compare over here. Less than 75, less than, and indeed, all of the ones are less than 75. All the ones higher than 75 says we're okay. So now we know our stock level on both of these, which is extremely handy and is great for business and personal finance as well. And so we're back on the Home tab, and we're on to step number 9. Well done for 4 points. Home tab, I've zoomed out. Go ahead and select the range G15 down through G42. And over here in the Styles group, click on Conditional Formatting. It says Highlight Cells Rules. And then what we're going to do is click on Text That Contains. Go ahead and type in Order right here, O-R-D-E-R, and it's already changing the G column. And then click this drop down here. Let's make it custom. Alright, so first thing we'll do is we'll make it bold italic. Color should be automatically set to automatic, so check there. Click on the Fill tab up at the top and click on No Color, or make sure that it's set to No Color, and then you're welcome to go ahead and click OK. Perfect. And select OK from there. Go ahead, navigate to the Trees spreadsheet, and we will click, have a look here, select G15 down through G42. Home tab, Styles group, Conditional Formatting, highlight Cell Rules, and click on Text That Contains. And we'll type in Order once again. Notice how it's changed it in the G column, but we don't want that kind of salmon pink color. Click this drop down here, click on Custom Format. Make sure that it's set to no color on the Fill tab. Go to Font. The only thing we need to change is make sure it's bold italic and the color is set to automatic before then pressing OK. Notice the changes. Once more, press OK. And we'll have a look here. Good. Now we have to apply the gradient. Fill blue data bars to the quantity and stock column. I don't know, I'll tell you what, that's a lot for 4 points. Now who's ready to visualize some data with some data bars? So you'll notice on either the trees or the bulbs spreadsheet, because we're going to do the same to both, select alpha 15 down through alpha A42. Home tab, Styles group, click Conditional Formatting, scroll down to data bars, and we are looking for, hey, there it is, the blue data bar right there. And this is handy for checking. I know that we know order or OK, but it might be handy to know which ones are up next to order next time around. Let's do the same thing on bulbs. A15 on through A42, alpha 42. Home tab, Styles group, click Conditional Formatting. Click on hover over data bars. Select right here, Gradient Fill Blue Data Bar. And we have the most. I can immediately visualize that the Morning Gold Gladiolus is the item we have the most of. So maybe we will have a sale on those. Anyways, so we've done the same to both, which means that we can mark that we have completed step number 9. We finished page number 1. I scroll down and we're going to go to the bulb sheet and we're going to format A14 to G42 as a table. Bulb sheet A14 to G42. So go ahead and select that range and we'll get it formatted as a table. What you'll want to do is make sure you're on the Insert tab, and we have that selected under Bulbs, A14 through G42. Insert tab, Tables Group will insert a table, or Control-T to insert that table, and it indeed does have headers. We'll go ahead and click OK, and you can discover more about your data. I'll save it for later. You're welcome to analyze it. For the sake of this, it'll open up a Table Design tab up at the top. Let's go ahead in the Table Styles group. We'll select the More button, and the one that we're looking for, let's see if we can find it. It's Table Style Light 20, this one right here. You may ask yourself, hey Professor, how many tulips are there? Well, let me tell you. I can show you how to filter it too. So what you're going to want to do is, let's have a look right here. We'll include a total row. So with this still selected, you're in your Table Design tab. Click Total Row right there. And then under our category, up here near F14, you'll see this drop down right here. Click it, and where it says Select All, click to deselect. Go down and make sure that only tulips are selected right here. Press OK, and you'll find out all sorts of info about the tulips that we do have in stock. And it's quite the range in prices, wouldn't you say? And a quick trick to count up our tulips right here. So notice, click down in A43, total has a drop down. So click that. Here's all of our options. Let's sum it all up. And we'll notice we've got 433 tulips in stock. So this is the type of thing that Excel can do for us. As I scroll up and as you filter, you'll notice your row headings as I go down through them. Here, right over here. It goes from 14, 28, 33, 40 because you'll notice right here F14 has a filter right there. Alright, so if you see the funnel, you'll know that it has been filtered, and if you hover over it, it says it equals tulips. Alright, and you could also go back to Select All and take that away, but let's move on for the next step. So as I go through here, we've filtered by tulips. We've summed the quantity in stock column, record the result in cell B11, Bravo 11. So let's mark this as done. Have a look where Bravo 11 is. Total tulip quantity, 433. I'll just go ahead and type it in. 433. Press enter. It's recorded. Back to the steps. Select the table, clear the filter. All right, cool. So back to the table right here. We'll select it all. Right here, we will go back and select all, press OK, filter's cleared, but we've recorded what we needed, and everything is back to normal. And what we'll do is let's click on item number, click the drop down, and we'll sort it from smallest to largest, A to Z. Perfect, and you'll see right here what we just did, the changes that we made. Then let's click inside of the table. Click on the Table Design button up at the top, and as you scroll down, you'll notice we have the total row there. Well, we don't need it quite anymore. So click that to add it or remove it, and we'll remove it for now, alright? So let's turn our attention to printing, because we may have a boss that wants us to submit this by hand and turn it in. And let's say when we print this, we would rather have all of this information on one page and then all of the information below row 14 on another page, so row 14 always shows up at the top, alright? So go ahead and click the Page Setup tab up at the top. In the Page Setup group, go ahead and click the Page Setup button down here. Go over to the Sheet tab, and it says Rows to Repeat at the top. Go ahead and click in there, and you can move this Page Setup around. But under Rows to Repeat at the top, go ahead over here, right over the 14 in the row heading area. Click on that 14. Notice the dollar signs. And I just clicked right over here. And you can press OK. And what that does is if I were to print this on an actual printer, it's going to print the document so that that table there always shows up on one sheet, because you don't want a table that is cut off right in the middle when you're trying to show information. You'd be back and forth with the physical piece of paper, all right? So this is really important when you go to print in Excel, all right? And as the old saying goes, what is done to bulbs must be done to trees. Let's go ahead and apply that. So go ahead and let's go to our trees sheet, and we're going to select the table. So select the range A14, click and drag through G Golf 42. And what we're going to do is click the Insert tab, Tables Group. We're going to click the Table button, and we're going to make sure it does have tables. Yes, excellent. Click OK. That's a little too much blue for me, so with the Table Design tab still active in the Table Styles group, go ahead and click this More button, and we're looking for Table Style Light 19. There's the one right there. Go ahead and click it, and we're going to add that total row back as well. All right, looking great. And so tulips are evergreens now. So all right, we've made it a table. Let's go ahead, and we've got the total row. We'll go to category, and we will deselect it. We'll filter it for evergreens. Excellent. We've got a decent amount of stock over here. Cell A43, Alpha 43. Click it. Click the drop down. Let's sum it up. 583 total evergreens in stock. We'll record it up here in Bravo 11, type 583. Perfect. Select Enter. Now that we have that recorded, we are clear to clear the filter. So over here in F14, click Category. Here's a different way to do it rather than just selecting all, which is what I do. You'd also up here, you'll see Clear Filter from the category and X next to a funnel. And so go ahead and you can clear that. We've got it recorded. Excellent. We should be able to click inside the table. Notice the Table Design tab popped up at the top. We shouldn't need our total row anymore. All right, let's check the instructions. Clear the filter, sort the table, print titles. Okay, so that was 3 points. We've done step 11. We should be doing the same thing. B11, light green 19. We've done step number 12. So I'll go ahead and highlight that. We've cleared the filter. And we're going to sort the table on the item number from smallest to largest. We've already removed the total row. Back to Excel. So in Bravo 14, B14, click right here. What you'll do is up at the top it says sort smallest to largest. Great. We've recorded that there. I believe we finished step 13. Oh, we're going to have to set print title so that row 14 repeats at the top. So that's great. We're back into Excel. We'll go to the Page Layout tab in the Page Setup group. Click this button right here, the Page Setup button. Go over to the Sheet tab. Click into Rows to repeat at the top right here. What you'll do is click on the 14 over in the row heading area, literally right over the 14 with this arrow that points right. Click it. Press OK to tell the printer, hey, if you run into this table, make sure that you start this table at the very top. Don't cut it in half. We want this to be a professional document, right? And then we'll move on to the next step. So thus far, we've done everything separately, right? I know it's redundant, but it's important to get that repetition in so that we know how to do these things, right? And so back to Excel, you have one of the two selected. Actually, you right-click over trees or bulbs, and what we'll do is say select all sheets, and you'll notice that both sheets are now selected. I'll click off to show you. One is selected, right-click on bulbs, go to select all sheets. They're both selected. Now what I do to one will affect the other. All right, so now what we're going to want to do is merge and center. We did this on the greater one. So click in Alpha 1, drag off to the right to G1, click on your Home tab, and I'll make sure, let me go to the A1 through G1. Perfect. And I just want to make sure that we've marked that we've finished step number 13. We're on to step number 14, and we're on a roll. So we'll merge and center. We're looking for title cell style and heading 1. Perfect. Okay, so Home tab, Alignment Group, click the Merge and Center button. Under styles, click on cell styles, and it was title. That's that first one right here. Perfect. Then what you'll do is select A2, click alpha 2 through gamma 2. Golf, it's golf. And then home tab alignment group, click merge and center. In the styles group, click on cell styles. We are looking for, was it heading 1 they said? And indeed it is heading 1. Before we auto fit column A, I'm going to mark this as done. Check that they're still grouped, and they are. Auto fit column A, so that's right here in between A and B. Double click. And that looks excellent. Much better. Alright, so still grouped. We're going to center them horizontally, change the orientation to landscape, insert a footer. Alright, we're in business. And let's make sure they're still grouped again. Excellent. So now we'll go to the page layout tab at the top. In the page setup group, click this button here, page setup. What we'll do first is change it to landscape orientation before we click on margins, and we want to center it on the page horizontally. Excellent. Then what we'll do next is, let's have a look here. We'll go to header footer, and we'll go to custom footer, and in the left section here we'll click this button so we have the file name in the left section. Press OK. And so let's see if what we did actually worked. So you're welcome to click OK here. Great. Let's go to print preview. So click on file, we'll go to print, and look at that. It's centered. It looks great. 1, 2, yep, 3, and 4. The table fits. In fact, all 4 of them fit. That's excellent. Back to page 1. Right here, you're going to click where it says no scaling. We want to fit all the columns onto one page. So right here, no scaling. Fit all columns on one page. Excellent. Let's be sure that we save. Always take the time to save. And click on trees, click on bulbs, and just make sure that what you did on one was done on the other. And I'm going to make sure the A column here, yep, and it is auto fit. That's excellent. So with them both selected, you can right click and ungroup the sheets as such. And what you're going to want to do now that you're down there, go ahead and click this button. We're going to insert a new sheet, which defaults to being called sheet number 1. Okay, so let's see here. We've just finished step number 15. Another note for Mac users. So we've saved it, ungrouped the sheets. We're going to change the new sheet to summary and then widen the columns. So we're on to it. We'll call this right here in Excel. You can right click and say rename, capital SUMMARY. Press enter. And what we'll do is we're going to change it to from A through D to 170 pixels, move it so that it is first. Alright, so right here, select A, hold shift, select D in the column heading area, and then using this cursor, drag right until we get to 170 pixels right on the dot. Just like that. Select A1. Down here, click on summary just once, drag it to the left so that that black little dot or arrow is pointing down. Drop it right before bulbs, and it's the first sheet in the workbook. Check. 2 points. Again, should be more for step number 16. We're going to type Pasadena Inventory Summary and A1. Pasadena Inventory Summary. Our next order of business is merge and center, A1, D1, title cell. So A1 through D1, home tab, alignment group, merge and center, styles group, cell styles, and title, yep, there it is right there, there's title. In cell A2, according to the directions, we're being asked as of December 31, heading 1. As of December 31, click on A2, click and drag through D2, alignment group, click on merge and center, styles group, click on cell styles, and we're looking for heading 1, which is right there. Perfect. Going back here, we can say that we're done with step number 17. We'll go to the bulb sheet, and what we do is copy A4 through A8, go to summary, and paste it to A5. Okay, so go to bulbs, alpha 4 through, was it Bravo 8? I think it's, let's see here. Yeah, A through A8, and paste the selection to A5. Okay, on bulbs. Right here, because that's close to where it appears elsewhere. Alright, paste it to A5 on the summary sheet. Apply heading 4 cell style to the new selection. So that's heading 4, summary, let's go there, styles group, click on cell styles, and heading 4 is the one that we're looking for here, and just I'll make sure to auto fit that there. Excellent, so we're done with that. We can mark it as done. We're still cruising. In cell B4 we'll type bulbs. Bravo 4 we'll type bulbs. Okay, next order of business, C4 trees, D4 bulb slash trees. Bulbs, trees, tab, bulbs, / trees. Just like that. Perfect. Center of the column titles, heading 3. So 1, 2, 3, click and drag across. We'll center it right here. Excellent. Cell styles, I believe it said 3, and it did. Styles group, cell styles button, heading 3 is right here. So we're starting to build one of our very own. 3 points there, we can mark it as done. Cell B5, we're going to enter a formula. Okay, so what are we going to enter in B5? Total items in stock. It looks like the bulbs. All right, adventure. And so just like in PowerPoint, you can link to another location in an Excel spreadsheet. So what you'll do is in Bravo 5 type equals and click on the bulb sheet and go ahead and click Bravo 4. Notice the marching ants around B4. Press enter and it will, that's called a cell reference, it'll put in the total items in stock there. For average price, we'll do this for bulbs and trees. So press equals in Bravo 6, click on bulbs, select B5, press enter, and it'll put the price over. Equals, bulbs, click on B6, enter, lowest price, equals, click on bulbs, click on B7, press enter, highest price, equals, click on bulbs, and go ahead and click B8. Press enter. Now let's do that for trees. Over in C or Charlie 5, type equals, click on trees, and we're looking for the total items. Click it, marching ants, enter. Perfect. Press equals in C6, click on trees. We're looking for 33, 43, and I clicked the wrong one. We can go ahead and erase it or delete it, backspace up in the top. Click the right one, B5, press enter. Oh, I made a mistake. Let's get that out of there and try again. Okay, so we've cleared everything there. Equals, click on trees, and we are back in business. Okay, for the median price in C7, type equals, click on trees, click on that median price, press enter. Equals, click on trees. We're going through the motions at this point. Equals are we're looking for our highest price trees. Click it, 65, and it's there. All right. Let's get back to some Sparklines, hey? So let's go to our summary tab, and in D5 over here under bulb/trees, click on the insert tab, and over in the Sparklines group, go ahead and click on column this time around. Our data range is going to be B5 colon C5. Then go ahead and press OK. And under styles, go ahead and click the more button right here. We're looking for that first style right there. All right. And just like that, we can go ahead and move on, and we'll do one in cell D6. Let's do the next one manually. So we're in cell Delta 6, D6. We'll go to the Insert tab, Sparklines Group, click on Column. Our data range this time is going to be Bravo 6 colon Charlie 6. Go ahead and press OK. We'll apply the second style this time around. That would be this right here. Excellent. Applied. And let's go through and do all of these manually. So go ahead and click on Delta 7, D7, Insert Tab, Sparklines Group, click on Column, and type in Bravo 7, Charlie 7. Press Enter. Change this one to Sparkline number 3. Click down into Delta 8. What we'll do, Insert Tab, Sparklines Group, click on Column, type in Bravo 8, Charlie 8, press OK. Change this one to style number 4, and you guessed it, we're in D9. Type in, nope, I'm automatically pressing equals. Insert Tab, bear with me a moment, there we go. Insert Tab, we're going to the Sparklines Group column. Our data range is going to be Bravo 9, Charlie 9. Press OK. This style, following the pattern, is going to be style number 5. Excellent. All right, the first 5 styles, we can mark that off. Step number 22 is complete. On to the last page, to the range Bravo 5 to Charlie 5, comma styles 0 decimal places. Bravo 5 to Charlie 5, comma styles right up here, number group. We don't want any decimal places, so go ahead in the number group still, decrease decimal 1, 2 times. Okay, and to the range B, into the range, I'm sorry, this is kind of unclear, but to the range now B6 through C9, counting number format, B6 through C9. So that's all of these, and it looks like it's already applied. Let's select it. And accounting number format indeed is already included right there. Just want to be sure. We're going to center the summary worksheet horizontally, change the orientation, and so from there we're going to go just click any cell inside the table, go to page layout, click on the page setup button here, and we'll click on landscape under the page tab. We'll go to margins where it says center. We'll center it horizontally, usually does, so we've centered it. It's horizontal. Orientation will change to landscape, a footer, and then we'll upload it. So header footer, we'll do a custom footer, left section. There's our file name right here. Press OK. We've done all 3 things that we've been asked. Let's make absolutely sure. Change the orientation to landscape. Let's be sure that I've done that. Centered horizontally, orientation set to landscape, and we're in business. We'll go ahead and we'll press OK. And we will Control S to save. And we are going to go ahead and then navigate and check out our score. So this was Excel Chapter 2. Here's a look at our course materials. Go ahead here. We just completed Excel 2G inventory. Way to go. Let's see our score on it. And I'm going to put on my lucky hat and see how well we did. All right. It's also a little cold outside. So we are going to now go to My Lab IT. We downloaded the materials. We worked on the assignment on our computer. We are now going to upload the assignment. I'm really excited, and I'm going to show you how to make some improvements on it. This is 1G from last week. I'll go back to my downloads, go to 2G inventory. 2G inventory, that's it right here. Matches with the time. Click on upload. Wait for it to stay success. All right. Let's see here. Next button, go ahead and submit it for grading. Server's unavailable. Goodness. Let me click again. Now this does happen. Let me pause. Hang on. I'll be back. All right. So normally it'll say kudos. Your file's been submitted for grading. I'll go back to course materials and we'll dive our way in. And I'll show you the score. And again, my lab takes some time. Be patient with it. It is a really powerful tool, though not the quickest. I'll spare you. Oh, we'll click into Excel Chapter 2. This is again how you get to the grader. Click on 2G, and there's my score right there. I got 100%. So what I'll do is click these buttons right here. Click on View Submissions. If I got anything less than a 90, I may want to resubmit it and see how well I did. So if I click in this area, it'll show me all of the steps that I may have made mistakes on. As I scroll down, or as you scroll down, you may see something in red, and you can click and get more specifics. But if you followed along here, that was the longest grader of the year. You also can download the live comments report right here, and you can see a commented version of your Excel file. Spoke about it in the last video, spoke about it in a few others. I'm going to leave it at that for now. Had a lot of fun this week. That was a really great grader assignment. I hope you learned a lot. Take care. Safe travels if you're going anywhere, and I hope we learn a lot next time. The next chapter 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 graders are going to be about half this time, so you got that to look forward to. Take care.